Hey, Cube Prospector here on the Craftworks server. Let me guess, you have a portal that's as boring as this in the Nether. Yep, I've been living with this for way too long. Well, today we're going to go through a quick tutorial of how you can take a boring portal like this and make it as exciting as it is the build on the other side. Here on the Craftworks server, we have a lot of these portals that are up here on the roof. Some are down in the actual Nether itself. Some have been decorated pretty cool, but for the most part, they're pretty boring. And what's sad about that is if we go through the portal here, we have some really cool builds on the other side. For instance, this one comes out to my starter house, and I love how this dirt house turned out. Yeah, it was mostly dirt, mud, a little bit of other materials, but I want my portal to be as good looking as my starter house. So today what we're going to do is work on making a simple version. I don't want to just duplicate this build, but how can we take the essence of what this build is and make it so my portal on the other side kind of reflects that style. To get started, I've got a screenshot of my build over on the other side of this portal. So what we're going to do real quick is just think about kind of the colors, what it's based off of. So mine's definitely got kind of these pillars that go up of spruce logs. We've got these dirt walls. Let's see, it looks like we have kind of a section here where the windows are, and then it looks like on the ends it pops out. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. We're going to see if that is roughly looking right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We'll obviously come in with details and make it so you can walk in a little bit. But I think that's kind of what our foundation's looking like. Now, as we go to this other side, we're really just getting to mirror it. So if this has one sticking out, we're going to stick out one this way, come back, and essentially do what we just did on the other side over on this side. I really like to try and make these easy, especially where it's in the Nether. Most of the time, you're not going to be living here very long. You're just jumping in and out. So with that, that's going to give us really kind of that two-story portion here. Now I think we're going to need to make our portal a little bit bigger, but that's at least I think what we're going to see foundation-wise. Looks like I got this block in wrong because that's supposed to be a stair. Perfect. Then it looks like we have a little portion that comes over, I don't know, looking at that image, maybe 4. Looks like it's got some windows that are up a level. And then, it's if I'm seeing it just right, I think we're going to have a portion that is probably just stuck out one here for the little house. And then it looks like there's a double window, but you know, we're trying to keep this small. So we're just going to put in that. Yeah, I think that's going to be right, because this will be kind of that side. The window will be right there. And then again, we're just going to come over and mirror it. So mirror here, put that there, and then I think that is going to be it. Does that look like our original house? I think so. It's maybe a tiny bit big on the one side, but you know, when someone comes through, they are definitely going to know that is where Cube lives. And with that foundation all in, we're ready to turn on some music and start building away. And that little bit of building gives us pretty much what we're looking for. Now we didn't get the central piece in here. That's okay. We're going to do that when we do the roof piece. But as you can see, we really just took the main elements. Like there's 2 windows. There's a main section. Now I just want that to be all portal. I think it's going to look cooler than trying to break it up and have a tiny little portal down here. But as you can see, that's roughly giving us what that house looks like on the other side, which I think is pretty cool. Obviously we didn't go as wide in some instances, but that's perfect. So that is going to be that portion. Now I'm just going to hurry and go through and basically copy it all to the back. And then we'll jump up to the roof. Okay, and that backside is in. As you can see, this house really is pretty thin. So whether you're coming in from this side, it's right into the portal, or in this side. So it's definitely looking like our starter home. But the one thing I don't like is that you can see all the way through. So what I've done is got some black concrete here. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to get out these trap doors. They were on top of the portal, but I'm going to put them here so that hopefully nothing spawns there. It shouldn't, because this is not a spawnable block. But we're going to take this black concrete and just go straight up the middle until we get kind of to where that last window is. Now we're going to jump over here, hopefully not die, and do the exact same thing. And what I like about this, if I can get out, is that when we fly down here, you can see it looks like there's more of an interior. And then we'll put a little bit of glass just to kind of give it that glass look. But now all of a sudden it looks like maybe there's something inside of there instead of being able to see through it. So that's just a kind of a cool little trick as you're building out a thinner portal like this, that you can put in the black back there and make the whole build feel a little thicker. Now this one, it's not going to work as well, but that's okay, because if you look at our house, that's just a hallway anyways. So being able to see through there makes a little more sense. And then we'll do the same in this one. Put in that glass. Man, those ghasts are getting annoying. That's kind of the problem of building in the Nether. But as you can see, pretty quick, we're going to get something that looks great. Next, I'm going to finish putting this in, and then let's move on to that roof. Okay, onto that roof. Now, as we're doing this roof, my roof is a little bit different because it doesn't pop out the ends. It actually is inset by one. So on each of these, we have kind of a little setup here where this portion is up one, and then the actual roof is kind of set back by one like this. So we're going to get that in here real quick. Do the same over on this side. And we'll jump down just to see what it looks like. Yep, I think that is going to look like it. So yeah, as you can see, this portion sticks up. This is down below. Next, we need to kind of put, I don't know, what I've been calling the eyebrows. So these aren't too hard to do, but it gives a lot of detail. So what we're going to do is actually take out that wall. We don't need that one. We're going to stick a stair facing up, a stair on each of these that kind of faces away. Nope, didn't get that one. Let's see if we can get it better. Trying to do this on scaffolding. Sometimes scaffolding works great, sometimes not. There we go. So we'll do that and this and one on top. That really gives us kind of this cool shape. And then we just repeat it a few more times without falling off. That's not what you're supposed to do. I'm going to jump back up here. And for this, it's going to be harder for you to see, but won't be too hard for me to put in because it's really just those upside down, the half slabs in between, half slabs here, break out this one, put another block in there. And then at this next level, because it's going to be the middle, let's see, we can break this out. We'll put these blocks in. We need a half slab there and then half slabs here. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind in the Nether is that things can spawn on blocks when you're up here. So we gotta be really careful. There are some blocks in here where items can spawn. So I'm gonna jump down. I thought I had it on me. We're gonna get some wool out here. Let's see, where did I put it? There it is. So we're gonna grab this wool, make some carpets, and anywhere up here that is spawnable, definitely make sure that you put a piece of carpet, a string, anything that's going to help it not be spawnable. So we'll do this because we do not want a gas to come out here and blow us up. But that is how quick and easy these roofs can be. And make it look like exactly what our house did, just on a smaller scale. And with that, I think it is time to jump back into music mode, get the other side of that roof figured out, put this one in, and we'll see how we're doing. Okay, and from that you could see this was pretty easy to get in. Oops, looks like we missed a block up there. But this was pretty easy to get in. It's a pretty traditional roof on a small scale. Not very thick. We didn't even hang it over the sides. We just want this to roughly look like what we have. Now the last few things that we need to do is just some detailing here in the front and over this window. And this last little detail is actually pretty easy. It's just going to be an awning for over this. So we're going to put a half slab, 2 trap doors, and some fence. Now it's going to be a little different, but since we're working on a smaller scale, that is just fine. So we'll obviously do the other side because we want this to look pretty symmetrical. We'll put that in, and that is the window covering. Now in my overworld, there's a little garden bed here. So we're going to put in some wool to represent the dirt. We're going to get out some carpets. I guess we're going to have to make a few carpets. No big deal. And there's trap doors here to kind of look like they've made garden beds. Now the reason I got out the carpet is this is now spawnable. So we just want to make sure that that's not spawnable. Come to the other side and do the exact same thing. So we'll put those on, flip those up, put the carpets on. And y'all, I think we have a portal. That was pretty easy. And you know, this looks pretty good. Still need to jump up there. I'll do that. Oh, we got to do one more thing. We have a chimney on this side. So we got to put the chimney, and look at that. I missed the exact same block there. So let's get the materials out we need for that chimney. All right, so let's check it out and see how well we did. Oh, perfect. I think this represents so much of what's there. So, like we always need to do, let's grab and let's see if I already made it or not. Yep, there it is, our flint and steel. It is that moment of truth to make sure that since we broke this, it's still gonna line up. Okay, so one last look. This is what we built. Let's go through and see if it looks like the building on the other side. All right, and we got through. It is dark, but as you can see, I think now our portal roughly looks like the house that we have on the other side. And that's pretty awesome. So now we're not going to be in the Nether and wonder which portal do we need to go through. We're going to be able to be out here and not wonder, is that ours? Is that ours? Yep, that's definitely ours. It looks like it. So there's your quick tutorial on how you can build these that don't need to be super thick like a build, but definitely look like the builds that you have on the other side, and a way for your server to know where you live. And y'all, that is going to do it for this tutorial. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever done something like this. I think it's a fun way to really turn your portal into something cool and let people know where you live. But until our next tutorial, we'll talk to you soon.